Let's hit a little chip here, 20 or 30 yards. It's borderline pitiful. Okay, let's think about something for a minute. So when you watch most tour players, this shoulder right here, it doesn't end up going down further. So here's what your shoulders do. Your setup's pretty good, and you get right here and you start down, and your right shoulder goes whoa, like this. Okay, so when your right shoulder does that, then you pull the handle up, and so what happens? You're gonna tend to catch everything slightly on the upswing, so you're gonna thin it. Now, it also brings into play, if you're not real hand-eye coordinated, and you get that going down too much, you can stick it in the ground.
Yeah.
So,
always, the tendency is always a little bit thin.
okay, but if you watch what my right shoulder, once I get here, when I come into the ball, where's my right shoulder? Is it going down?
No, just gonna turn.
It's just going level. Okay, now if I make my swing and I get clear up to here, okay, my right shoulder goes down until it gets right here, but when it gets here, what does it do? It goes level. It wouldn't make any sense if I got my swing to here and I kept my shoulder going down, which is what you're doing with your chipping.
Yep.
See how your shoulder levels out? So we're just trying to create a circle, and we're trying to be consistent with how that circle bottoms out. So there's how my right shoulder's working. Now, it doesn't mean that I'm twisting this way. My arms are still coming down, the club's out in front of me, but as I go through, if you watch what my right shoulder does, it's not going, that's what yours does.
Okay.
Yours goes under. Well, it only has to go that much, and you mean I over-exaggerated what he's doing? I want him to feel terrible about himself. Okay, so this shoulder, okay, so what it's gonna do is, when you come into the ball, okay, so when you come into the ball, this right shoulder, go ahead and go through it, it's gonna stay right there at that level. So it's gonna feel like your right shoulder goes, you feel what I just did there?
Yep.
Okay, do it again. Good, okay, go ahead and chip one. Get up to the ball. Whatever amount your wrist hinge, which is not much in this one, but don't be afraid of letting this happen. So you let the weight of, there's no tension in your wrist. So when you start to swing down, just let the weight of the club straighten your arms out. I'm gonna make your shoulder work, okay? You just let the club drop on the ball. There you go, okay? Okay, go ahead and hit one. Same thing. Okay, that's all right, do it again. Let it drop on the ball. Now you don't have to lift, okay? Okay, go ahead, hit it, get up to the ball. Let the club just drop. You're just aiming, there you go. You're just aiming the momentum of the club. So the first thing we gotta do is you've gotta feel like, you gotta make practice strokes and get your setup and work your right shoulder so your swing bottoms out at or slightly in front of the ball without you doing anything. There you go. Now set up to the ball. Now copy the right shoulder in the swing to make the thing bottom out. That's close. What you're feeling when you do that, for somebody to say do it with your body or do it with your arms, is going to depend on what you feel the most comfortable with under pressure when it counts.
Exactly, and for me, that's just a matter of practice, because you can create as much pressure as you want during practice.
Right.